Joshua Ferris is the author of two books, The Unnamed and Then We Came to an End. He has received the Hemingway Foundation PEN Award, the Barnes & Noble Discover Award, and was a National Book Award finalist. The New Yorker named him one of America's top 20 writers under 40. Reason number 89, I'm voting for Barack Obama for my sister. I have a sister. She lives in Pensacola, Florida. She lives there with my nephews, boys of mixed race, half black and half white, one 7 and the other 11. My sister is 34 years old and works as an English teacher at a public high school. She makes $29,800 a year, or roughly $2,500 a month. That puts her squarely within the 47% of Americans who pay no federal taxes and who, according to Mitt Romney, believe that they are victims, who believe the government has responsibility to care for them, who believe that they are entitled to health care, to food, to housing, to you name it. Here's what my sister does with the money that she's earning, teaching English to high school seniors. First, she pays her mortgage, which is about $1,300 a month. Then she buys groceries. That's another $900. Wow, the cost must be crazy down there. Those two things alone nearly consume her monthly paycheck. That's before her electricity, cable, and phone bills, the gas she puts into her car, insurance and oil changes, school supplies and soccer expenses for the boys, clothes, shoes, haircuts. Then there are the countless sidewinders that regular life is always serving up: a broken toilet, a new cavity. Any one of those unexpected outlays can set her back months. Then there might be the penalties and late fees. There are among the many ways those who consider themselves victims might apportion their incomes. Here's what my sister does with her time. Her day starts at 5:30 in the morning, and she's up to make breakfast for her kids and get them ready for school. She's at work by 7 a.m., where she prepares for class. She teaches 6 periods with an hour for prep. Her days usually end around 5 p.m., and on a day when she has to grade papers or attend meetings, she'll leave school at 9 p.m. That's a 10 to 14-hour workday. Then she goes home, makes dinner, helps the kids with their homework, and after putting them to bed, grades or prepares papers for classes the next day. Around 11, she breaks open her school books on subjects like biological statistics and nutritional health because at age 34, my sister has decided to go back to school. She wants more opportunity and better pay. She wants to set an example for her kids and improve their lives and save for their college educations. She studies as much as she possibly can every night and then falls asleep. Then at 5:30 a.m., it starts all over again. This is one of the many ways those who believe they are entitled to, you name it, might spend their days. And here's the kicker, if you need one, if it's not already obvious. It's an old, tired kicker, but it still kicks good and hard. She's a teacher. Who doesn't love a teacher? Who doesn't support a teacher? By my estimation, a teacher stands just below veteran but above policemen and firemen in our universal bipartisan hierarchy of support. But there's one problem. She's an employee of the state. Her livelihood, like those of a soldier and a beat cop, is literally dependent on the government. Everyone might love a teacher, but state employees add to our tax burden. Budgets across America are bursting at the seams, and these state employees are partially responsible. That must be why Florida Governor Rick Scott, Tea Party Florida Governor Rick Scott's 2011 budget, which also stripped $1.3 billion in K-12 funding, made my sister partially responsible for paying her health insurance. For being a teacher, my sister only gets $2,500 a month and the undying praise of politicians on both sides of the aisle, but because she's a state employee, she receives the disdain of Republicans everywhere and is denied the benefits commensurate with those offered by the private sector. On account of a magical and expedient shift in perspective, from unimpeachable, noble educator of children to entitlement-hungry, resource-sucking state employee, she has been made to pay an additional $200 a month to keep her health insurance. That's almost 10% of her salary. This is one of many ways a Republican administration under Mitt Romney might further discipline America's entitled, irresponsible, self-regarding victims. Every month, my sister is forced, for her kids' well-being and own survival, to take money from more financially stable family members. Her pride buys at the first of every month with her poverty and is always the loser. My sister is 5'11", with catwalk looks and a personality that can bear down like a hurricane, but with an eye of a southern charm. In conversation, my sister might reach out and with a radiant smile touch you on the arm, a prepossessing little gesture, and for a second or two put you beyond doubt that you are an elected child of God. She can also be intimidating and to the point because she is a mother of two with no time in the day for error or bullshit. Yet when my sister and I talk, if the conversation happens to turn to money, she must take from her family every month to stay current with her mortgage, which she does regardless of Citibank's refusal to offer her a badly needed refinancing to keep her kids fed, which she does with careful attention to their good health, and to prevent herself from going on welfare. In other words, to refuse to play the government or corporate victim. That she can revert like this from a badass mom to a little crying girl trying to catch her breath during a crying jag because she is so sorry, so bitterly and shamefully sorry that at 34 years old she must still depend on her loved ones to support her. It is that same little girl who said to me one day when I was planning to borrow all the dimes and quarters in her piggy bank that she was saving money for when I grow up and have to buy a job. That's what she does now. She buys her job. Many of these people consider themselves victims must buy their jobs every day. I'm voting for Barack Obama for my sister, not only because I trust Obama to give public educators like my sister more than lip service, and not only because any hope of meaningful mortgage relief for my people like my sister will come from an Obama White House, not a Romney one, and not only because my nephews can look to Obama and find him in a role for their father missing from their own lives and a compass by which they might chart their paths into manhood, and not only because I fear the government assistance program that my sister is buffered from for the time being by a concerned family, unlike millions of single moms less fortunate than her, and not only, or even especially, because Barack Obama has made it easier for my sister to take out federal loans so she can go back to college and work her way into the middle class, or because he signed a law, come on, that makes it easier for her to pay back those student loans after graduation, a law which Mitt Romney has promised to repeal. No, I'm voting for Barack Obama because victimhood is a state of mind, not a tidy demographic. And by calling my sister a victim, Mitt Romney showed he knows nothing about her or the struggles of Americans, of average Americans, or what it really takes to be in pursuit of the American dream. Joshua Ferris, New York, New York. And I guess reason number 90 isn't written yet, but I will definitely take a look at when it will be.